Hello and welcome to my week 4 against Keegan NPL game. This week I brought Cutiefly, Scizor, Zera Aura, Gengar, Celebi and Manaphy. I did not bring Charizard, and I did not bring... No, I did end up bringing Manaphy, it's a tell lie. Charizard had a pretty poor matchup this week, I felt. Keegan had Mega Diancie, Nihilego, Terrakion, and he also had Gastrodon in the back. And Gastrodon was something I was very surprised not to see on his build. I was very strongly expecting that. I did bring Sticky Webs with Cutiefly, however looking at this team preview I'm kind of thinking Sticky Webs isn't really going to be helpful at all for me. Number one, he could have Defog on Florges and on his Thundurus, but dealing with his team for me is more a case of getting rid of the Florges and the Cresselia as defensive walls, and the biggest offensive threat to me that I'd want Sticky Webs for, it's Thundurus, which isn't even affected by them, so ultimately Sticky Webs is kind of a bit less useful than I was hoping it would be in this matchup, but I'm relatively okay with it. It does force my opponents, it does let people know that I am willing and prepared to bring Sticky Web, which will force a bit more prep on their part. Yeah, it was SD, Roost, Bullet Punch, and U-Turn on Scizor, Carmine, 3 attacks, Aya, Papa Berry, Zera Aura, Scarf, Trick, Gengar, there's a physical, offensive Celebi in order to try and beat down, well, first of all, to not give a free switch into Nihilego, and also to try and help deal with my Gastrodon weakness that I thought I had. And then Manaphy is 2 attacks, Rain Dance and Tail Glow, with the 2 attacks being Energy Ball and Surf, because again, there was a Gastrodon. Looking at this team right now, I'm really wishing that I had brought just Rest, 1 attack Manaphy. However, unfortunately for me, well, not unfortunately for me, it was good prep on Keegan's part that, and good building in his draft, such that I didn't feel I could get away with not carrying a Grass-type move on Manaphy. But it's just a bit unfortunate, isn't it, really? Yeah, so I'm always going to lead off with my Cutiefly here. While Webs may not be particularly useful, I'm never going to say no to them. And if he does lead with anything other than Diancie, it is basically just Webs. But he does decide to lead off with Diancie, and I am a Quiver Dancing Cutiefly. So he goes for a Diamond Storm, and I know right here that he's definitely not Mega Evolving this turn. There's no reason that he wouldn't Mega Evolve last turn, if not to try and avoid dying to a HP Steel, which I do carry, and I do end up going for. I wanted to make this clear that this wasn't a case of I was predicting him to Mega Evolve and wanted to kill it. No, this was a case of I decided that I would much rather the damage on Diancie with my Cutiefly rather than getting up Webs, which would be pretty pointless in this game. A full health Diancie is a big problem to my team aside from Scizor, and I really struggle in switching into it, so the weaker I can get it, the sooner the better. And as I said already, my problem with this game isn't really so much with his fast offensive threats, I just want damage. So I go for the Hidden Power Steel, do 80%, don't kill it, but that's fine. As Zera Aura comes in, I can just fire off a Thunderbolt now, scout out the damage on the Cresselia, see what set it is indeed Leftovers. I go for the Taunt here, thinking he might just go for a Toxic as he goes for a Moonblast. I can see that doesn't do much at all to me. Could potentially set up on this thing, Thunderbolt did 25%, but I've got a Scizor that's just a much better switch in, and I can just go straight for SD here and start threatening. And here, I go for a U-turn. I didn't think he'd be Life Orb on this Thundurus, which is really frustrating because after Life Orb damage, Bullet Punch is actually a 2-hit KO there. And he would really have struggled to deal with a +2 Scizor if I just Bullet Punch there, so that's unfortunate, but what can you really do? It's not even unfortunate, it's just poor play. I was red card on Celebi, just let me explain that. I was quite scared of things like potential Carmine Thundurus or Scarf Nihilego with too many boosts or something. Red card Celebi was just meant as a way of shuffling his team about such that I would get... I'd have an emergency check to something if I got badly out of control in the start of the game. He does go for Thunderwave here on my Celebi as I go for a Zen Headbutt. Kind of thinking he might just go out into his Nihilego here, as I do see that this is a dual screens. I had dismissed the possibility after I saw that it was leftovers, but oh well. I trick it a Choice Scarf because this is one of the more obnoxious walls I've got to try and get past. And here I get fully paralyzed as I try and kill off his Diancie, which is annoying as it basically means that I'm down a Mon because I don't have anything that can switch into this. I do switch into Scizor, just its lowest. I feel like it's the most expendable, and here I can just claim a kill with Zeraora. Rather unfortunate that I got paralyzed there, but oh well. Here I do just go for a Calm Mind. I know that I can take anything that this Florges goes for, and I want to taunt it here just in case it goes for a Toxic, as he goes for a Moonblast and crits me. So things are really not going my way in this game. To be clear, after that Moonblast damage, I was at 49%, the previous one did 28%, assuming it did the exact same roll again, or within like 3 or 5% or something, I would be back up at 70 or so percent with the +1 Zeraora against the taunted Florges. I could set up another Calm Mind and then just try and spam Thunderbolts at him. It would badly damage the Florges and it would really pave a way for my Manaphy to potentially win this game. But as it happens, I now feel like the only way I can really win is if I get a +3 Manaphy to crit a Surf in the rain against the Florges, because nothing else I have can or would succeed at taking it down. And if I'm not in the rain with the Z power, then I'll just get outsped by the Thunderous afterwards. So I do literally just have to go for Tail Glow, and here it's just a case of can Surf crit or not. I didn't get the crit, and Manaphy goes down. And now I'm just going to try and play for differential here a little bit, just try and reduce the damage as much as possible. I do get one kill there, Nihilego comes out, and as I said, I'm playing for differential here, so I'm not just going to let Celebi go down. I'm going to try and minimize my losses as much as possible, I guess. But at this point it is quite academic in that I don't really have a way of beating him anymore. I do just go for Shadow Ball, trying to weaken down Cresselia a little bit. Get the special attack drop, get the paralysis. He switches into Terrakion, I switch into Celebi, and he just goes for the Exazor. I kind of thought he might expect me to go into Gengar there and just go for the rock move, especially when Nihilego just 100% won. It didn't work. Oh well. I do claim one more kill with Gengar, and that's going to be the game because Nihilego is going to come in and clean me out. I did get quite unlucky in this game. I'm not one to normally blame luck for my losses, and take nothing away from Keegan. He played the right game, he played well. Like, you can't fault him for me getting unlucky. But for example, if we go to just, where is it? Here, if I get the Shadow Ball off, then this Diancie is dead. I've got a full health Gengar, and I've still got a Scizor in the back, and he's got to try and take advantage of me some way. He'd probably go into Nihilego there, but I've still got the Scizor to 100% revenge anything. I no longer have Scizor. Scizor was perhaps my... That was the biggest mid-play I think I had. I think that I should have just maybe let Gengar go there. But I didn't want to risk just Gengar getting paralyzed to death and then me just losing everything if he was a setup variant. That crit was, again, quite big. Obviously Thunderbolt would not have killed this Florges, not from this position, but a +2 Thunderbolt will do a sizable amount to pretty much anything, including Florges. And given that Florges ended up surviving this Manaphy by, what was it, 26%, that's definitely within the damage range that a Thunderbolt would have done to it, so... I'm feeling a little bit poor about this game, I have to be honest. I'm not really happy about the way that this turned out. But at least I ended up minimizing my losses to only a -3 differential rather than a -4 or 5 differential as it probably could and should have been. Yeah. Sometimes things just don't go your way. I've had my fair share of luck in the past as well. I have no room to complain about not getting things going the way I want them to. I've gotten lucky enough that that's just not something I can reasonably say anymore. It just kind of sucks when it happens to you instead. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all next week. And sorry about the lack of thumbnail for this. I'll try and sort that out as quickly as possible. I'm literally recording this and uploading it on my way. I'm gonna be uploading it, heading out to uni, and then pressing publish when I get to uni, so I hope you guys don't mind the lack of thumbnail for now. We'll try and fix that. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.